Could you imagine if the English Premier League consisted of 10 more teams than it does right now? Well, this is what could happen to the world champions Argentina's league very soon. I'm your host, Guy Trengove. Welcome to AZZ for Export, and today's topic, Argentina, the 30-team league. A league with 28, soon to be 30 teams according to many reports in the last month. Amongst those, many teams you've likely never heard of. Independiente Rivadavia, Barracas Central, Deportivo Riestra, Central Córdoba. How could it be that a league only 10 years ago had, in the opinion of many here in Argentina, an entirely functional 20-team league, and is now about to become the joint largest first division in the world alongside Botswana's? Let me take you back to 2015. The league in one foul swoop has gone from 20 to 30 teams in what was Argentine Football Federation President Julio Grandona's last executive decision before he passed away. But why? Grandona had a completely different vision to the Buenos Aires-centric nature that the league's structure had depended on for so long. The last time the league had 20 teams, almost 3/4 of them were from the wider Buenos Aires metropolitan area. As founder of Arsenal Sarandí, a team that now frequents the second division, Grondona was keen on growing clubs from the ground up and had imagined a much more federalised league with less reliance on the greater Buenos Aires region. The promotion of 10 teams from the B Nacional, the second division, was done with the intention to make space for potential teams from other provinces to grow and to take up worthy slots in Primera. The thinking behind this was that the league would become more federalised, with different provinces and devolved governments having a greater say and stake in the game. After Grandona passed away, here in Argentina, the Football Association faced, and in some ways still faces, an institutional crisis, including a potentially fixed vote for the presidency where the incident speaks for itself. Imagine the situation. In 2015, the 75 club presidents that made up AFA at the time were called to an assembly to vote for the next president of the federation. The candidates, on one side, Luis Segura, who had just been Argentinos Juniors club president and was seen as a contingency candidate who could confirm Grondona's legacy. The opposing candidate was Marcelo Tinelli, who at the same time was heavily involved in the running of San Lorenzo. Tinelli was at a high point of his celebrity career and would never regain favour with San Lorenzo fans or the general public, but we'll talk about that in another episode. So, what happened? When the Assembly's votes were counted, it was a tie. 38-38 for each candidate. But 38 plus 38 is not 75, it's 76. Had the votes been counted wrongly? Whose vote was it? Was it just plain corruption? We'll never know. Anyhow, the elections were momentarily suspended as stipulated by AFA's rules and could not continue. Although almost a decade has passed since this incident, for many football lovers in Argentina, what happened in 2015 has left a bad taste in the mouth. There have been changes within the leadership of the association, and now Chiqui Tapia has been the president of the association since 2017. So who is Chiqui Tapia? He just so happens to be the ex-club president of recently promoted Barracas Central. On top of this, his son is now the president of the club at age 28, and his other son is on the playing squad. Have a look at what he said about the size of the league when he was already president in 2019.
Como también pensamos que la Superliga no puede tener la cantidad de equipos que hoy tiene, y van a ese camino, que tiene que tener 20 equipos. No hay torneos de elite con la cantidad de equipos que tenemos nosotros.
That was 5 years ago when there were 26 teams in the top flight. The league had since reduced by 2. However, Tapia cited the instability of the pandemic to annul relegations in 2020 and 2021 respectively. So we increased again to 28. The general consensus here in Argentina is that in all likelihood, the league will get bigger in size before it gets smaller, particularly given the fact that Tapia's re-election campaign for his third term as the association president will get underway in the later months of 2024. In order to seek re-election, it's expected that he will rely on the vote of the so-called smaller clubs who benefit from a bigger league size where perhaps otherwise they would be in the second division. But what do you think? Is the quality of the league reduced by having too many teams? Would you like to see a return to a 20-team format? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your opinion down in the comments.